Good evening, my friends. It is that time of the evening again for another chapter of Lord of Water. Chapter 8, the direction of our journey. We spent another evening just having fun and admiring the incredible skies. The second moon was now high in the sky, and the weight of us seemed to have lifted. The distance of universes of stars had opened up again, and we felt way out there in the infinite expanse. We have about 2 more days until we reach the high point, young Lord of Water, but when we get there, I have no idea what you'll have to do. There are no landmarks within 40 nautical miles, and to locate the exact point will be quite difficult for myself and High Sun. Gary seemed to have changed his demeanour from a cheeky guide for a romantic cruise to a loyal and dedicated guardian. A slightly more serious, or should I say, powerful tone had come about him, though in the same breath he still showed the exuding expression of a cheeky, suppressed chuckle. I never really know until I get there as to how I handle what has to be done. Just that whenever I get into the location, it comes to me and I fully regain my ability. Come and I will show you what I mean. I brought Gary over to the water casket and filled a cup. I took a sip and gave him a serious look of expectancy. Then I swallowed my mouthful and smiled. Gary rolled his eyes and gave me a, well, come on, gesture. I opened my left hand and, pouring the cup, held it there for him. The water just floats beautifully. I'm able to move and guide it as I please. It is more like a friend than just some dead liquid that obeys me. Water was created by life, and it itself contains life as any living thing does. We take our precious fluid for granted, using it for whatever purposes we choose, and it forgives us again and again and again. But it does have a purpose that it continually, constantly, and knowingly achieves to flow towards purity and hydration, so that it is always able to assist the production and support of life over and over again. When we or some other force prevents this from occurring, it gets upset, and although unseen to us, becomes deeply interpolated within its structure and life animation qualities. For he is our true friend, and when we prevent or abuse this friendship, he naturally becomes upset. He actually then behaves just like an upset, protesting worker, and life just doesn't seem to generate and flourish around him in this state. But don't worry, he can always be cheered up, and this lovely water here is definitely bright and bubbly. You watch him now as he reads my thoughts. Gary got very interested in the water sitting in my hand as it lifted and leaned forward in the direction of High Sun's bow. Come and stand beside me, Gary, and I will show you what he tells us. I took Gary under my right arm, with both of us looking over the line of the water's new shape. He had formed a lovely curved arrow shape pointing just to the left of our current course. He's pointing to the high point of the planet. This is the exact closest point that we come to our white sapphire crystal on the longest day of the year. We are getting closer, and he will guide and ensure us with certainty when we have reached our destination. Gary roared a mighty laugh and called for Max and Pay to prepare our room for comfortable bedding. Come on, you scarpers. Our Lord and his fine miller need rest for our journey. Busy, busy. Max and Pay scampered into our sleeping quarters to touch up before bed. I took the cup in my right hand and brought my hands together so that the water could rest back inside without losing a drop. I gestured towards Gary, but he now seemed fearful to take or drink something that was suddenly alive. He is your friend. His purpose is of life, and you, my dear guide, have life if I ever saw it. He will provide you with life, and may you never be the same again. Gary was speechless and took the cup, drinking every last drop. Miller and I spent some time holding each other and talking in the awe of the expansive skies. Miller whispered, Let me take you to bed, my wonderful Lord of Water, for I feel that tomorrow has more surprises waiting for us, and we need to sleep. It looks like our Lord of Water and his wonderful Miller are bedded down for a lovely night's sleep. Let's see what tomorrow brings. My name is Mike King, author, Lord of Water. I'll see you guys tomorrow night.